Hi, this is Leslie Sultan, estate planning attorney in New York. And today I'm going to be starting the first of my series called Diary of an Estate Planning Attorney. And the reason I'm doing this video series is because I want my watchers and listeners to start to hear some of the stories that we hear as estate planning attorneys so that you can start to understand why we do what we do and why it is so important to do estate planning. So today's topic is going to be on power of attorneys and guardianship. So here's the story. I got a call from a client. She's the sister of a woman who the whole family caught COVID, but unfortunately, this woman, the sister, wound up in the hospital on ventilators. Now that she's on a ventilator, she has no capacity. She's unconscious. She cannot make decisions. She's in a state where everybody's having to make decisions for her. The sister, the husband, the children, the adult children, nobody has formal authority to make any decisions on behalf of this woman. So they came to me because they need to file a guardianship petition. A guardianship petition is where another adult can be granted authority by a judge in order to make decisions and also to financially to help out her sister. So for example, they were able to apply for her to receive disability checks, but the disability checks are being written to her sister's name, and she's incapacitated. She's on a ventilator and unconscious. She cannot sign her checks, so they can't even deposit these checks. And unfortunately, right now, the guardianship process is a long process, at least 6 to 8 weeks, even if we're doing an emergency petition. So, I had to explain to the client that it's going to take a while. It's going to cost you a lot of money because we have to file all these documents in court. We have to wait for the judge to schedule a hearing. They were very upset about this because it means more time that the bills are incurring, the mortgages aren't getting paid. This woman who's on a ventilator, she was in charge of all the household finances. She was writing all the checks. She was paying the mortgage. They are all sort of at a loss for how to move forward. So the only option in the meantime for the family is that they spend out of their money the expenses to maintain the property and hope that once they are appointed as guardians, they can get reimbursed. So why is this a problem? Obviously, I've explained the problem, but what's the solution to prevent this? If if the sister would have done a power of attorney and given it to her sister, there would be no need for a guardianship petition. The sister could immediately act on her sister's behalf to deposit checks, to pay bills, to make any financial decision. If she had also given her a healthcare proxy, the sister or the husband, whoever she had designated, could be making decisions. Now, in this particular case, there's not a lot of healthcare decisions that need to be made, but they do have to hire an attorney in order to do the guardianship petition. So, filling out a healthcare proxy or a power of attorney is a very short process. It's a much more affordable process, and it would have saved the family a lot of time. The other thing is that they're questioning, did she do those documents? They don't know. They can't find them. They believe that she did because they talked about it at the beginning of the coronavirus. They talked about that it's important to do this. She said she wanted to do this, but they have no idea where the documents are. So that's another key thing for all you listeners and viewers. If you're going to do your documents, make sure the people that you want to take power for you and to help you know where those documents are. Give them copies. Make sure they know how to get a hold of your attorney if your attorney prepared things. These are those little tips that I wish more people knew. And this is what I'm hoping to provide you guys through these little video series. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. And if you have any stories, we'd love to hear them. You can drop them in the comments. Thank you.